Elevated Adventure, where we talk with industry experts dedicated to shaping unforgettable experiences. Whether you're planning, supporting, or attending, we're here to bring you insight and innovation and inspiration for your next festival or event. I'm your host, David Sauers, and today we're recording from the 2025 Southeast Festival and Events Association conference here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This event brings together the best minds in the industry to share ideas, strategies, and success stories that make festivals and events truly extraordinary. Let's dive in today. Today I have with me a very interesting guest. I have Stephanie McIntyre. She has 27 years worth of experience working with the North Carolina Seafood Festival and has branched out to her own business called Staircase Event Sponsorship Consulting. And from there, I would very much like to welcome you and hear a little bit about exactly what all you do. So if you could give our listeners a chance to hear about you, and please take it away.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on today. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I will just say that being here at SFEA conference this year is always a special experience for anyone that is in this industry. It's a great place to network and talk with others and get ideas and just elevate your event in so many ways and meet lots of amazing vendors that can certainly help your event in numerous directions or whatever it is you need for your event, from everything from entertainment to porta-johns to consulting for logistics. So, love being here.
You put on the North Carolina Seafood Festival for 27 years. It's the largest 3-day festival, right?
It is in North Carolina. Yes.
So did you, I guess I'm assuming that you were chairing it at the end, but did you play every role throughout those years? I mean, you did everything. Right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of the things when I came on board is I wanted to make sure I learned every single area of the festival. So I did everything from porta-johns to electricity to beer sales, slinging ice, vendors, entertainment, stages, sponsors, admin. I did it all because it's kind of like if you're going to do anything, you need to know all of the facets so that you can do it well. So yes, and that's kind of where I am today. I'm helping other events that may have pain points that may need to have answered, and I can help them with logistics, strategic planning, timing, framework, but I mainly emphasize working with them on their sponsorships or their partnerships or basic fundraising. How do you get that money to cover some of the extra things that you would like to have at your event or your festival? And that includes, I've worked with large festivals like the National Black Bear Festival. I've worked with the Jazz Duck Festival in North Carolina, Sevierville, Tennessee, all the way to smaller events like a wedding fair. I've worked with a golf tournament, a road race, a race on the beach. A Santa run is actually what it was. You have to dress like Santa Claus to run on the beach in December. It's pretty fun. And that was very successful. So just a gamut of things, but really I'm here to serve. So
right.
That's what I want.
Yeah, so all of this time that you were with the Seafood Festival, you were constantly raising money, finding new avenues to make things bigger and better, because I mean you're dealing with budgets all the time, right? So,
all the time.
And as we all know, every event you have to do something different each year, even though it's tradition. It's the seafood. You want bigger bands, you want more space, you want something else to pop.
Right.
So you did that all just by your networking and sponsorships and being creative.
Yes, and I have a wonderful board of directors to work with. We have a large board because we have a lot of different things going on, but you're constantly looking to bring new types of activities for your event guest. And a lot of that's what we did, but it takes years to build those things out. And you never know if they're going to be successful or not. We just got very lucky, but we built out a very successful boat show that we had for 12 years. We've built out some other events that now support the festival because festivals have a hard time sustaining. A lot of people think festivals make a lot of money, but they really don't.
Yeah.
So what I have found over the years is a lot of festivals, including the Seafood Festival, had to build out other events separate from the Seafood Festival during the year to actually help them sustain their large festival event that occurred once a year. So you end up being, instead of just having one event, you might have 5 events. But 4 out of those 5 help sustain the biggest one.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of where the industry has trended. And then everybody is doing events now. I mean, it's like a hot minute thing because people love an experience and a memory.
Yeah, that's the whole point. People want new experiences. They're looking for something to do. They don't want to sit inside. And
surely not after COVID, right?
Everybody
wants out.
Everybody wants to get out and enjoy themselves.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of what you guys do by putting these on. Now let me ask you, with your new business, do you have any events that you would like to plug or talk about?
Oh,
that,
yeah.
We can share on the show here?
Sure. I actually just finished a brand new event. I had a nonprofit come to me. It was Carteret County Partnership for Children, and they needed money to help support the children in the county for various things such as education, diapers, food, inoculations, daycare, you name it. But these are children from 0 to 5. And they actually have some money from the state, but they needed so much more because a lot of that money is restricted in how they use it. And they came to me and they said, we need some type of fundraiser. We need some funds. Can you help us? So we sat down and we designed a new event called it was a Santa Run. Santa Beach Run. That's it, Santa Beach Run. And it's the first Saturday in December. It's at Atlantic Beach in North Carolina. You come, no matter the weather, it might be 80 degrees, it might be 30 degrees, but we had a great time. Everybody gets a Santa hat, a Santa beard, and everybody, you can dress elaborately like Santa in a suit, or you can just wear the hat and the beard that we offer, but a lot of people do extra, and so it makes it great. And it's an incredible opportunity to support children, but to run on the beach and just get a little sparkle and shine at Christmas and know that you did something great for some kids, and you get to run on the beach. It's beautiful.
I mean, what kind of fun? I mean, I love dressing up. I mean, I'm always.
You would be perfect.
I love doing that, and I mean, what a great job. I mean, here we are. We've started a new business. You know, you've been in the event planning business, and now you're basically helping nonprofits reestablish themselves, getting off the ground, doing good. I mean, it feels great, right?
It's great.
Feels
it's great. God put me in this position. It was not something that I was looking to do, but I was called to do this. So I have a very specific skill set that ranges in a large gamut in the festival and event industry, and so I'm out helping people as much as I possibly can.
Right. So there's always somebody kind of behind the scenes or that's helped you along your journey. Is there someone that you pay special attention to that you have gratitude for supporting you or getting you where you need to be?
Well, there's a lot of people in my background that I could give credit to, but I have to say my husband has been my biggest supporter, and always whatever I wanted to do, he was always 100% behind me. And we've been married forever, so you can't really, he's my best friend, so he supports me, and that I would have to say, and all the crazy things I've done in my life, he's stuck with me the whole time.
Well, I cannot agree more with you. My wife is, she is right there with me, trucking the trenches and holding me up, and it's a remarkable feeling when you have that good balance and that support, and even from the highs and lows. I heard somebody once tell me, it's like I need to be even keel. I don't want to tell my family the lows. I don't want to tell them the highs necessarily, because I don't want to rock the boat or the balance. And I'm the opposite. I'm if I'm down, I need someone to pick me back up.
Absolutely, yeah.
And when it is exciting, I want to share that excitement, because all too often, I just lose sight of that. I'm on to the next project, and like you, with doing the events and helping all these things, it's all in the moment, all the celebration. You are behind the scenes, and it's like, so how do you stay calm going through all of that on the daily? When the event is going on, how do you stay? What keeps you calm?
I will tell you, that's my superpower. And it's not staying calm; it's the experiences that I've had and where I am in my life. Because I can't say I've always been that calm. When I was in my 30s and having to put out fires all the time, my hair was on fire. But and I was running up down the street doing them. And then after you do them a while, you kind of go, I can only control certain things. And then you figure out, the calmer you stay, the easier it is to solve that problem, because you can think better. And then over time, when you experience different situations, you learn to understand it's not the end of the world. As long as nobody's in imminent danger, you can handle that. You can't change the weather, which is the hardest thing about being an event. But I also believe the way that you actually react says a lot about a person. You need to I've just always learned to be proactive with things, so I can kind of counter things as they happen. Try to be ready in advance, so that you're not having to put out fires because they're coming, but you're able to have that space to put out those fires instead of, well, I got 60 other things I haven't done yet. And then you have to put out fires. So try to get those 60 things completed so that you have that time to think into the space of, I know I'm going to have some fires to put out. So I got my water, got my fire hose. Just make sure you've got that plan in place.
So I know that you are a huge Tar Heels fan.
All the way, yeah.
Right?
Kind of, yeah.
So you wear it on your sleeve all the time.
All the time, absolutely.
So I also heard a little birdie tell me that you were the ACC cheerleader of the year. Is that where you've gotten your competitive spirit and this drive?
That is like how did you find that out? That's one of those things I don't really tell a lot of people. That was just a very nice shining moment in my lifetime. So yeah, great. Those were some amazing years in college. But yeah, I'm a diehard Tar Heel all day long. So yeah, I'm an ACC fan. So, yeah.
I'm SEC, but it's okay.
Hey, SEC's kind of our sister. We're okay with that.
Yeah.
Good competition. I love some Clemson fans. I've been right there in the middle of Death Valley, and I've been wearing Carolina blue. But you know what? They were great fans. There's a difference between being a great fan for your team and support your team, but there's also, I've been in places where it's been very antagonistic.
Good.
So,
well, I'm going to ask you one question, and because of all the events that you've done all these years, what is one of the most outrageous or ridiculous requests that you've had to put on for an event to try to make it happen that people wanted? Or just, the idea that floated, like, hey, I want a pool in the middle of Main Street during our, dog fest. I don't know.
Yeah. You never know what's going to come out, because what we try to do is you really want, if you have a sponsor coming in and they ask for something, you really want to try to make it happen. Mm-hmm. And we did have someone come in one year that literally wanted to bring a large tank, fill it with water, and have somebody scuba diving in it the whole weekend. And we were like, okay, well, water weighs a lot. And this tank was probably
like a container size?
It was it was not quite that big, but getting there. And it had to be filled with water. So first of all, just making it happen. But yeah, that was pretty wild. We made it happen. But the next day, the health department saw it, and they were like, that kind of comes under our jurisdiction, so we're nixing it because it could be a health issue. So just make sure you check all the boxes, but we never thought that would have to go into the health department. But yes, it does, kind of like swimming pools. So we didn't realize it kind of went under that. But anyway, that's probably one strange one that we had, but we did make it happen. So sometimes the strange things are what people love.
Well,
right?
absolutely. It's different.
Yeah,
It's very different. And
Great.
I guess maybe that's one thing to say is go ahead and push something through and then ask for forgiveness later. Maybe you can or you can't do that.
I don't know. In this industry, I don't work that way. I'd rather go ahead and tell you what we're going to do and get you to work with me first. And then if I can't do it, I would want to know why. And then we're going to see if we can meet in the middle and make it happen.
Well, you have the knowledge and the wisdom to put on these amazing events.
Right.
And right now we're at this part where I would love for you to tell people how to find you, your website,
All right.
phone number if you want. How do people get in touch with you that may need some of the support that you offer?
Always available. My website is staircaseconsult.com. The staircase consulting without the ing. My email is Stephanie at staircaseconsult.com. And I'm on LinkedIn as Staircase Consulting. I am on Instagram as Staircase Event Management. And I'm also on Facebook. You can find me pretty much on most social medias. Just type in Staircase Event and Consulting or Staircase Consulting or Management. But I'll come up somewhere. You can also reach out to me on the back of Instagram or Facebook. I'm always on my social media channels. And if you want my emails, I would love to have you to my email list. And that's easy. Just contact me on the back of my social media.
All right. Well, yes.
Hook you up, baby.
We will have all this in the bottom links so that we can have easy access to this. And lastly, before I close out, is there just a little nugget of information that every event has, or that every person starting to look at, I guess, the budgeting process for sponsorships? Is there any one thing that's kind of key?
I would say start early. Don't wait. A lot of people think, oh, my events, we've got the whole year. You should be looking for your partners/sponsors all year long. That's the biggest thing I would say. That would be the top. And it's okay if they say no, but you want to find that match also with your sponsors. Does your event match with their brand? And if it does, make it happen.
Right. So just try to. You can blend. You have time to blend those two together.
Absolutely,
too, to make it work and match, so that we can create another amazing event.
Yeah. Build those relationships. Absolutely. Yep. That's where it starts.
Well, thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, David.
This has been amazing. And thank you for tuning in to this episode of Elevated Adventure. We appreciate you taking the time to listen, and we hope that we have provided some insight and exposure to some well-organized content here. We've got a business that is ready to take your event to the next level. So please, if you've enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, and subscribe to help us continue showing incredible events and the people behind them. Your support allows us to amplify our guest voices and bring real festivals and businesses into this world. Thank you again for joining us.
Good job.